So what does the airline industry have to do with the scourge of buying and selling human beings in the international sex trade? Apparently, a lot more than most of us might think, and it could also be part of the solution as well. Joining me now to talk about all that is Nancy Rivard. She is president of a charity organization known as Airline Ambassadors. It all got started by flight attendants who were using their past privileges to try to escort kids who needed surgery, but you've gotten way beyond that now. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Let's get back to my original question. What does the airline industry have to do with child trafficking?
Well, I didn't know anything about child trafficking myself until 2009 on one of our humanitarian missions where we correctly identified human trafficking on 4 different commercial flights.
So in other words, you looked around and saw strange things and said, what is this? And it turned out kids were being trafficked. What sort of things were you looking for? What did you see?
Well, in one particular case, we had saved a girl on the mission before in Cambodia, and we decided on that trip we were going to be alert for human trafficking. I had just learned about human trafficking. And we knew that it was a problem, and we promised ourselves when we left the Dominican Republic, we would notice it. We noticed 2 children that were passed off from one person to another. They had differing stories. We had one man that didn't know the name of the child he was carrying. Okay. We had another situation where it just looked odd. And what was amazing is that we told the flight attendants didn't know what to do. We told them what to do, and in every case we were right.
Okay, so what should flight attendants and other airline employees do to spot this sort of thing?
Right, they need to notice children and who's traveling with them, young women traveling alone. If someone doesn't have control of their passport or travel documents, or if they have someone answers for them. We're getting calls every week of flight attendants correctly identifying trafficking tips.
Are there things regular passengers can do?
Exactly. So far, we've given 20 airport trainings across the country.
All right, very quickly, what can folks do? Our time is short.
We've provided wallet cards and flash cards on our website, airlineambassadors.org. We're hosting a major meeting with every major flight attendant and pilot association and union on Thursday to create a coordinated strategy on this issue before the Congressional Summit next month.
Big issue, small amount of time to talk about it. Nancy Rivard, thank you so much for your time. But again, airlineambassadors.com. If you want to learn more about this, find the flashcard, find the things you need to look for. We appreciate your time today.
And we have a new book that we're selling at all the airports to raise money for this, and flashcards for flight attendants. Please go to our website. We need to raise $60,000 to take this to the global airline industry.
All right, you heard it from the lady herself. Again, thank you.
Thank you.
Great organization.